Good evening to the passionate fans here in Chennai. We are gathered at the legendary Chepauk Stadium to reflect on a match of immense pride and poignant farewells. Tonight, under the humid skies of southern India, Afghanistan and Canada met for their final Group D fixture. While the Blue Tigers were already out of the running for the Super 8s, this match was about much more than a tournament bracket. It was about finishing with honor. It was about personal records. And most emotionally, it was the final match for head coach Jonathan Trott, the man who has steered this team through their most transformative years. On the other side, Canada looked to sign off their campaign with a historic scalp. What we saw instead was a masterclass in clinical T20 cricket. Canada won the toss and made the brave decision to bowl first on a sluggish Chennai deck. It was a choice they would quickly come to regret. Ibrahim Zadran walked out with a point to prove. After a quiet start to the tournament, Zadran didn't just find his rhythm, he found his roar. He anchored the innings with a sublime, unbeaten 95 off just 56 balls. It was the highest individual score ever by an Afghan batter in T20 World Cup history. Whether it was the 5 towering sixes that cleared the long-on boundary or the 7 calculated fours, Zadran was in total control. He found a perfect ally in Sedikla Atal, whose brisk 44 helped power a 95-run partnership. Despite Yaskarandeep Singh's brave effort with the ball, Afghanistan finished their 20 overs at a mammoth 200 for 4. It was the first time the Afghan team had ever breached the 200-run mark in a World Cup game, setting the stage for a spectacular defense. Chasing 201 at Chepauk against the world's most feared spin attack is a nightmare scenario for any associate nation. Canada's openers, Dilpreet Bajwa and Yuvraj Samra, actually started with intent, racing to 24 in the first 2 overs. But then, the Blue Tigers tightened the noose. The evening belonged to the man they call the President, Mohammad Nabi. At 41 years young, Nabi proved that class is permanent. In a historic spell, he dismantled the Canadian middle order, finishing with extraordinary figures of 4 wickets for just 7 runs. It was the best bowling performance by any player over the age of 40 in the history of the World Cup. Rashid Khan added 2 of his own, ensuring there was no escape, while Harsh Thakur and Saad bin Zafar showed some late resistance with a 50-run stand. The result was never in doubt. Canada were restricted to 118 for 8, handing Afghanistan a resounding 82-run victory. As the final wickets fell and the Afghan players embraced, there was a sense of what if in the air. This win showed the world exactly why Afghanistan is considered a top-tier threat. They played with a level of professionalism and flair that suggests their exit from the tournament was a mere stumble on a much longer, upward path. The most moving moment of the night came after the match. Ibrahim Zadran, the player of the match, dedicated his performance to coach Jonathan Trott. Under Trott's leadership, this team evolved from giant killers to giants in their own right. This 82-run win was the perfect parting gift for a coach who instilled belief in a nation. For Canada, they leave Chennai winless but wiser. Facing legends like Nabi and Rashid in their prime is an education that money cannot buy. For Afghanistan, they leave with their heads held high, having broken records and hearts in equal measure. Tonight, Chennai saw the Blue Tigers at their absolute best. The tournament loses a spark with their departure, but the memory of Zadran's power and Nabi's magic will linger at Chepauk for a long time to come.